Hey guys, it's Kazars, back with my personal favorite archetype. So we have elemental heroes here. Um, we got Sparkman and Blazeman, those are the best ones. Blazeman is the one that searches Poly. He generates the plus one advantage for you. He's kind of like Stratos, I guess, in the sense that he searches on summon. And then Sparkman is just the one that has the best fusions. So Sparkman can go into Dark Bright here, Plasma Vice. And then with Blazeman and Sparkman, you can go into Nova Master. I was debating playing Shining Flare Wingman, however, I realized I don't have any, so I can't really do that. But yeah, so Dark Bright here. The majority of the time, you're going to be going into Slash Dragon just because he's probably the best fusion in the game, besides Anki. But yeah, the heroes here are just situational kind of things. So like Dark Bright is a decent first turn play if you know you're against for higher. Like it's really hard to just go into like especially if you don't have a Treacherous or Chalice, a fusion summon isn't going to do you any good because they're just going to summon Dampa, summon Dyna, and then you lose. So like if you don't have any defensive back row, summoning a first turn Dark Bright just so you don't die is good because Dark Bright, when he dies, he destroys a card on the field, or a monster on the field. So if they Dampa pop him, you can pop whatever they summon to trigger Dyna, and then you'll live. So that's good. Then Slash is, if you're going second, then you can equip a card on attack, and then you can negate a targeting effect, which is really nice. And then Plasma is here. Discard a card, so he inflicts piercing, as does Dark Bright. They both inflict piercing, which is cool. And then you can discard a card to target and then attack position monster and destroy it. And it's not once per turn, so that's really nice. So if you have like a bunch of cards in your hand, you can just make Plasma Vice and pop their whole field and attack for 26. And then Nova Master, he's the new one here. If he destroys a monster by battle, you draw a card. It's that simple. So I had Destiny Draw here with the deck. When I first made it, I was like afraid of consistency issues, but it's actually really consistent. Just any monster and poly. So you have 8 polys in the deck between the King of the Swamps here and the Blazeman, and then you have 5 fusion substitutes and 6 or 11 here. I mean, as long as you have one a Sparkman and anything else, or one Blazeman and anything else, you'll be making a fusion summon. So you have to have one of the 6 warriors, 7 I guess, because you're playing the one painful decision here. That's cuttable. I don't know. I feel like I wanted the 4th or the 7th elemental hero. 7 seems to be like 7 to 8 of a card that you want to see is like the sweet spot for playing 20 card decks. So yeah, so 8 polys, 7 warriors, 5 fusion subs, stuff like that. And then, so yeah, so D-Draw, I don't know, I was afraid of consistency, but it's very consistent. So you could probably play something like Ties That Bind or Beatdown just to make your fusions a tiny bit bigger, just for those situations where you need to clear stuff. And then your defensive cards in Treacherous and Chalice. I think I like the Chalice. Like I was saying, I was afraid of consistency, so like I was debating playing Cyclone and Switcheroo. That's another option, but I think the deck is consistent enough as is. So yeah, there it is. Oh, it's still titled Dark Magician. I never change my titles, but whatever. I'm going to show you guys some replays here against 2 for hires. The first one is a little lackluster on his part, and I misplay a lot, but this was my first game with the deck, so I was just messing around, kind of half paying attention, but I still win, and that kind of just goes to show how strong this deck can be sometimes, surprisingly. Like Slash is just a really strong card in general. Like I really like it. I enjoyed the Slash meta a couple months ago, back when Red Eye Zombies was seeing play, so people started playing Slash Dragon to counter it. So yeah, we opened we opened monsters and a way to fuse. Unfortunately, we top decked the Painful Decision, which is dead because we already drew 2 Sparkman. But we're going to keep 1 card on field, keep the Blazeman on field, fuse it with the 2 in hand. I guess I could have been afraid of a wall disruption here. I mean, I was fairly certain it was for hire, and not many for hire decks play wall disruption, so at least the good ones will. So he's going to Dampa into Dyna here, and now he misplays, I think. So he targeted the Blazeman with the Dampa, trying to bait my Slash, but I just let it go. So he was trying to bait the Slash so that he could then econ take, which I just negate here. So if he had targeted the Slash with Dampa, I'd be forced to negate, and then he can econ take and kill me. But he doesn't do that here. So from here on out by this game. I don't know why he targeted the Blazeman. Now he beatdowns, and he's forced to crash. So now we just sit on Sparkman all game. We just attack and then keep clearing his monsters. Because he can't get a seal, unfortunately. Like if he gets a seal, well now it doesn't matter, but like if he had a seal, we would have to chalice a seal and then he could clear our Sparkman. But yep, no, we can go into Slash, which is really cool because I don't need Poly when I have Dark Hex sealed, which is also a really cool interaction. And this is pretty funny. He can Spiritualism my Sparkman and give me the Sparkman back. So at this point, like, I should have just summoned Sparkman. I was like half paying attention because I figured I had the game, but he had widespread. But it doesn't matter because for hires can't do anything with one card, so I keep on swinging. Yeah, it sets me back a few turns. Unfortunately, he's gonna mayhem here. I don't know why he's still playing at this point. He can't win as long as I can keep clearing his monsters. So I'm just gonna BM him here, just Tretch my own monster, and then double chalice my Sparkman for game. So yeah, there's that first little replay there. Pretty fun deck. I just like Sparkman as a card. Probably one of my favorite heroes outside of Stratos. Of the OG heroes, he's the best one for sure. Bubbleman's pretty cool too. Especially if we ever get Exceeds, Bubbleman's going to be very solid. Because he's just a free level 4 special summon. But Exceeds are another year. Like we're just now getting Synchros coming up. So Exceeds are going to be a while away, if at all. Like we got to see how Synchros do in the trial period. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for Synchro. Like with 3 monster zones, I really think it's going to be difficult to see any broken Synchro plays. Like back in Teledad format when they could summon double Stardust and Thought Ruler Archfiend or Red Dragon Archfiend. It's not possible. Like you can get 2 max maybe, but even then, like I don't think they're going to give us any broken ones. So we opened pretty poorly here. Just we top deck the Blazeman, which is nice. We're able to make a fusion summon, but we still have 2 Polys in hand. So he's going to econ on summon, which is correct because you don't want to let me get a monster to equip. So right here he doesn't have a play, so he's just trying to bait my back row. But I mean it's chalice, so I'm like waiting for the effect anyway. So then equip the Blazeman here. I'm not sure why he won't weapons. I guess he like in case he had a Dyna, he wanted to be able to clear it. That's like the only thing I can guess. So he's gonna try to recon here. I'm just gonna chalice this one, and then he's just gonna summon the Dampa. I guess I should have Tretched on summon, like in theory, but thankfully this is a mayhem here, so I'm able to respond to it with Tretch. So we're gonna do this here. But even if it was like a Dyna in hand and I just waited for Dampa effect, then I would have lost Slash, brought back Blazeman, and then would have been able to make another Slash here. So this whole time, I think like his back row is Wall Disruption because I only get delay on attacks. So I'm just sitting here trying to like bait the Wall Disruption. Like I can finally start pushing through it because my Slash will clear his beat no matter what. But it's widespread ruin the whole time, which is weird. So yeah, so that's gonna die. I'm gonna clear his Slash. 1200 there, and that's gonna be game. So yeah, just gonna do a quick little live duel here. Like I said, I haven't used D-Draw in the 7 or 8 games that I played with this deck, so it's definitely a cuttable skill. Maybe last game will even, I don't know, but something that'll give you more benefit. Yeah, like ever since I started messing around with Slash again for the most recent MCS for the Legendary deck, I've just kind of got a ton of ideas here. Especially with like a bunch of fusion substitutes, it's really easy to make like a cohesive fusion deck that kind of flows really well. Because when you focus on one fusion, it's hard to, like you kind of like corral yourself into a corner. So like when you have like a bunch of options like this extra deck, I really wish the extra deck was bigger, because I play Shining Flare Wingman, and I play, I guess, not Wild Edge, any other Sparkman fusion really. So we're going to Painful here, send the Sparkman to grave. I like the one Painful, like I said, it's cuttable, but like for situations like this, it just thins the deck, so now I'm having even less of a chance of drawing Sparkman. So we're going to bait the back row here. We already have the Poly. We're just going to see if he has Chalice or anything. So he has a response, so I don't have to fear Wall disruption. I could go for anything here. I have access to my entire action deck right now, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna add a prismatic one because prismatic is gorgeous. I think we're gonna keep it safe. Like I could. Fuck it, YouTube. I'm going dark bright. Here we go, boys. Yeah. So no matter what, we're clearing his for hire monster. I'm assuming it's for hire. It's a pretty safe assumption. I mean, to play this deck, ideally, I should have gone for Slash here, but I'm just dicking around at this point. Get this Dark Bright popping. What you got, boy? What you got, Tretch? Oh, it could be. Oh, yeah. That, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have played into the Tretch there. That's unfortunate. Let's see if it's Tretch. If it's Tretch, we're still fine because Dark Bright can pop. Yeah, fuck. So Dark Bright can pop his monster at least, which is nice. So it is for hire, like I thought. So to play that correctly, you should have made Slash with the Blaze Man on the field, so that way he's at least forced to pop his own monster. So he's gonna Mayhem here. I think I want to no, I don't want to let him recount. Like I was debating like triggering D-Draw here, but no, I can't know if he's gonna have an entire arsenal of summon on me, so I'm just gonna. So he does have the Dampa, so that's okay. So that's fine. So I'm gonna trigger. Either way, it would have worked out the same way. So he's gonna trigger my D-Draw here, which doesn't matter. I think. How much damage is this? This is 3,600. Yeah, this is 3,600. I can D-Draw for Tretch. I can D-Draw for, so like my only goal here is to D-Draw for Tretch and hopes he leaves one in defense, thinking it's wall disruption. So I almost just drew another. So D-Draw for Tretch here. No, not that one. Yep, just gotta hope he leaves one in defense. Nope. So we lose. It's unfortunate. Oh well. Yeah, that's a fun deck. Like, I'm trying to think. If we had played around Tretch, we would have forced him to Tretch as a monster. Same result, I think. Except we keep a card in hand. So we would have kept the Sparkman in hand. No. Because Dino would have, I was like, we could have tried it, we could have maybe cleared one of his monsters, but no, Dino would have. Weird. I'm playing out the whole, hold on, give me a sec. So he's Mayhems for Recon, I Chalice, he summons Dampa, summons Dino, but we wouldn't have had a monster on the field at that point anyway, so we would have Poly, Sparkman, D-Draw for Tretch, summon the Sparkman. He drew back row, so we Tretch. We would have had another turn at least, so depending on what his back row was. So we would have had another turn if we went the Slash route and saved the Sparkman in hand. But regardless, so yeah, pretty solid build on his part. Can't be too mad about that. But yeah, fun deck, guys. Definitely going to be playing a few more games with it. Definitely has some potential and requires some fine tuning, but I hope you guys enjoyed.